Hi everybody, it is me, the San Gabriel Valley Girl. How are you all today? Well, I hope you are doing well. Um, so, I was walking my dog this morning and we were walking in the rain and I couldn't help but start wondering and feeling and embracing the moments as I always do. And a poem came to my mind, or a poem came into my mind, and like a lot of times, I'm walking my dog, or I'm at the mall, I'm at a store, I'm at Disneyland, I'm driving my car. Many times, I get inspired and inspirations come to me, and a song and a melody or a poem or whatever will come into my mind, and I will feel that I need to write about it as soon as I can. So I did. As I was walking my dog, I got inspired to write something, and it was a poem, and I wrote about it. And I thought that this poem I can share with you all. I felt like it was relevant to a lot of people's lives and hopefully encouraging, and hopefully you can feel the resonance of what I am saying and feeling when I wrote this. So, and then after I'm done reading this, I will say a few words about it at the end so I can explain a little bit of what I meant a little bit more in depth if you didn't pick up on that. And then I'll wrap it up, so it shouldn't be too long. The poem that I wrote today, that I got inspired by the rain and walking my dog, is My Life. My life. As I walk down the path of dreams, embracing all I believe it means, I can't help but get tangled in the web of love, or perhaps the idea of it. I want so much, I feel so much. This is my life. I've overcome so much. I am in it with all my heart. As I briefly travel back in time, remembering where I came from and all that's been mine, I can't help but wonder, to look intensely deep within my soul. Here I am today, in the here and now, with full and utter control. Except for the one thing I will never have control of again, and that's my past, from the beginning to the end. So in this day, in this moment in time, it all begins again. What I choose to think of, learn, and involve my energy in is up to me and me alone. To think too much isn't healthy, I know. To squander the pros and cons of every situation and think of every possible outcome is not healthy, I know. Like a bird flying high, like an aeroplane in the sky, like a balloon floating by, is how I should live my life, one step at a time, embracing all that's mine, choosing wisely in my thoughts and actions, listening always to that inner voice inside. Intuition is what it is called. My life that I create will be, from this second forward, a life of luxury and ecstasy. Love always, Rosemary Beatrice Montoya. So that's the poem I was inspired to write today as I was walking my dog. And I hope some of you, or hopefully all of you, found some resonance with it. I just want to point out one thing before I wrap this up and say farewell today. I just wanted to say or mention how at the end when I say from this second forward, a life of luxury and ecstasy, I mean that in the most modest way possible. Obviously, I know I'm not perfect, you're not perfect, nobody's perfect. The only thing that's perfect is this beautiful universe we live in. And in knowing that and in saying that, I basically mean I always want to wake up each morning and expect only the good things to come my way, and expect and put my mind into that place where it's a happy place, because it's really the best way to live your life. Of course, I'm not saying I'm never gonna get sad, and I'm not ever gonna get upset and you know what, all the other emotions that a human being deals with from time to time. I'm not perfect, but at the same time, we can make our lives a lot more happier and a lot more peaceful and a lot more content as we live in them, if we choose to make that be, by making the choice to change the parts of our mind and thinking that we don't like better. Because when we're able to cope with our mind better, and we're able to understand our thoughts and our emotions and find balance and ease within them and so forth, I mean, it really makes the world a difference. Not only will we live happier lives, but our bodies will thank us. And I just wanted to point out that, or point out one more thing before I go. I've mentioned it a few times in my prior vlogs about the 21-day rule, which I used about changing a negative thought to a positive thought, and it really just has changed my life for the better. And basically, you know, changing your thought from a negative to a positive thought isn't always easy in the beginning. It took me a couple weeks before it actually became natural and a normal way of life. In the beginning, it was hard and it was tough. And after about a week, I was like, is this ever gonna become habitual? Because I keep on switching it to a positive, switching it to a positive, switching it to a positive, because our minds, I guess, are just programmed throughout life, or the things we hear, whatever, that for some reason there's that negative note turned on. So we got to turn that off, slow it down, and you know, basically reprogram our mind to think positive, more positive thoughts over negative thoughts. And it does take work, it does take effort. Anything worth anything is going to take work and effort, and it's not going to be easy. And a lot of people give up because it does take work and effort. And I'm just telling you, and I'm asking you, don't give up. Because I was going to give up, you know, well, to be honest with you, I'm going to let you in on something, a little secret. I actually had, years ago, I tried to accomplish this. I tried the process of it and to accomplish it, and I did give up. And I didn't, and that was that. And then finally, it was about 2 years ago, a year and a half, 2 years ago, I was like, no, I just don't want to think like this anymore. I don't want to feel this way anymore. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I know what it's like to be patient. I know what it's like to work hard. I know that I can do this. And you can do it too. Anybody can do it. And so I made myself, I pushed myself. And after that week when I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy, because negative thought, positive thought, switch it. Honestly, it does work. Yes, it works. The 21-day works. The 21-day rule works. And I would say after about 2 weeks, 14 days, maybe a couple more days after that, I don't know, it became natural and habitual. And although negative thoughts will try to come into my mind from time to time, because I'm a human being living on planet Earth, I have learned to control them and not let them take over me and my mind and my well-being and my health. And from that action stem, the dream begins, because I think Anise Nin once said that. And from the action stem, the dream begins, because from taking that first action and following through with it and changing that way of thinking to a more clarifying, easy way of thinking, I was able to finish my book, do different tasks during the day with more ease, more grace, and more fulfillment and love and peace, yada, 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 satisfaction. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm just saying, obviously, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But anybody can make the choice to create a more positive life for themselves. And that's all it takes, is a choice. And once you make the choice, once you decide that I don't want to think this way anymore, I want to be more positive, I want to feel more better on a daily basis and live my life more carefree and whatever, then that is your first step. And so I suggest and I encourage you all to do whatever it takes to make yourself feel better, because anything is possible. And you just gotta believe in yourself and give yourself more credit, because you all are so damn worthy and so damn special and so damn awesome. You don't even know, and you don't give yourself enough credit for it. I used to be the same way, but I chose to change my way of thinking. And you can do it, anyone can do it. So I encourage you all, I bless you all, and it is nighttime now. So I will say good night, and I wish you all the very best, and I send all my love and healing energy to every single one of you watching. And I wish the best for you in your future. And power of thought, power of mind, power of health, love and happiness. Take care. Good night. Bye.